Welcome back to the show. This is KDS Reviews. This is a physical media update because this is a physical media channel. Some of these movies right here were donated to me from the Van Dyke Film Restoration, and you know who you are. Let's start off with a collection here of Best Picture. That's Shakespeare in Love, The English Patient, Chicago, and The King's Speech on Blu-ray. It's a nice little package here of from a couple of years ago as far as Best Picture. We got Chicago right there, King's Speech, The English Patient, and of course, Shakespeare in Love, which ironically beat out this movie for Best Picture. That is a human outrage. Up next, we got a movie here. Donald Sutherland. One of me, an underrated actor. You know, everyone knows about his son Kiefer, but this is one of his best pictures. He was a really good actor. Underrated, like I said before. The Eye of the Needle. You know, he played this spy, actually a German spy. He gets involved with this person. It's a complicated story here, but it's a really good, tight thriller. He's really good. And Donald Sutherland was more like I said, a 70s star. Never to me like he ever got the recognition that he should have. This is a really good one. What I've been looking for, but I hadn't been able to find it. And I was glad that it was donated to me. That's The Eye of the Needle with Donald Sutherland. Up next, we got two stars from yesteryears, mostly the 80s. William Dafoe and Mickey Rourke, Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio. That's White Sands. Another little thrill movie in the vein of like Basic Instinct. You know, say it was donated to me. I said I'd pick it up. I'll go ahead and keep it. Looks like an interesting movie right here. Never seen it before. If you have, comment down below what it was about and how you liked it. That's White Sands. Here's one here. This is a remake. I was really surprised I saw this, found this person had this movie and donated it to me. That's The Postman Always Rings Twice with Jack Nicholson and Jessica Lange. Let's see what it says here. It says, drifter Frank Chambers is headed to nowhere. Then he drifts from job to job to a roadside diner and sees his boss, alluring young wife. And I guess you can figure out what's going to go on here from the cover. This is actually a remake of another movie. Postman Always Rings Twice. Still sealed, still copied. I'll probably still just keep it in the sealed package. Another hard to find movie. The Postman Always Rings Twice. And of course, VHS. We always gotta have VHSs every once in a while. The Truman Show. One of Jim Carrey's best movies. This guy whose life is going on. As he goes on in his life, he doesn't realize his whole life is being filmed. This is another good little movie here that Jim Carrey did. Kind of ironic for today's audience right here. If you haven't seen this, or you're my younger audiences, this would be a good little thing to show, especially when he's talking, you know, and the people in the background start advertising, you know, and he doesn't know what they're talking about. He doesn't even realize he's being filmed and he's on TV. That's The Truman Show, VHS. Here's one right here that later on in the year, we're going to do a special on this. I almost hate to open this one up because I really have been looking for this movie. Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. This is an awesome movie. I saw this at the theater. It actually had Robert De Niro playing Frankenstein and Kenneth Branagh, another underrated actor, underrated director, who also directed Thor: The Dark World as Dr. Frankenstein. This is a really good movie. Really good movie. I like this movie a lot. I've been looking for it. I was just getting ready to order it. And like I said, a friend of mine's actually had this box full of movies, and this was inside, still sealed. Should I open it? What do you think? Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. We're going to do a rewatch of this in October. Then, of course, what Mrs. KDS reviews like, a Western, Shenandoah, with James Stewart. Says, when the integrity and depth of the epic, Shenandoah tells a dramatic story of a man caught in a dilemma. James Stewart stars as a Virginia farmer during the Civil War, he refuses to support the Confederacy because he's opposed to slavery. Yet he will not support the Union because he's opposed to the war. I've seen this movie such a long time ago that I was surprised when I found it. Once again, still sealed in the package. Should I open this one? This is a classic, Shenandoah with Jimmy Stewart. Remember, KDS Reviews is seen every Wednesday and every Sunday, and throughout the week we make commentary about the state of Hollywood and movie making. If you like this type of content, then like, subscribe, and share. This is KDS Reviews, and I'll see you in the next video.